Good evening. I'm Steve Hashik, Director of Advancement here at DARTS.
And I'm Jim Ganger, board member here at DARTS.
Welcome to our 9th annual Party It Forward, our first annual virtual Party It Forward. Maybe not the first annual. Maybe there'll be more, Jim.
I'm hoping that there's not going to be another virtual, right? We don't need another year like 2020, but we're here to party with you.
And we've got a great attendance tonight. We've got people not only locally here in Dakota County and the Twin Cities, Jim, we've got people from all over the country, friends and relatives and co-workers who are joining us as far away as California. Welcome, California, to the party tonight.
Wait a second. You're telling me there's actually people from Iowa
Maybe not Iowa, but we've got folks from around the country. We're just happy to have them all here.
As long as there's no Green Bay Packer fans, I'm cool.
I'm with you. We've got so many reasons to be here tonight. It's a fundraising event, but probably more important, we are here tonight to make a bold statement that we value the older adults in our community. I want to do a shout out to Samaria, who was a summer intern for us here at DARTS. She taught us, our staff and our board of directors, a lot about the Native American community and how much respect they have for their elders. The elders are regarded as the knowledge holders, the wisdom keepers, the rock of the family. Not a sign of weakness at all, but a sign of strength. Tonight we want to together make that statement that we value our elders in the same way.
100%. How we plan on doing that is having a great big party. So make sure to cool down those drinks. Make sure you have an appetizer or two to have right next to you so that you can party with us, and it's going to be one heck of a night.
We have individuals and businesses and Rotary clubs and Lions clubs with us tonight. We are so thankful for all our community partners that make this work possible. DARTS has partnered with Real Estate Equities to build a 172-unit building called the Winslow right here on our DARTS campus. Let's hear from our community partner, Real Estate Equities.
REE's mission is building communities, providing housing, and enhancing lives, and mostly with a focus on affordable housing opportunities. What we provide here, and we saw the partnership with DARTS, could be a really unique opportunity to have them be a partner in the project. The building itself is really independent living, but with DARTS right next door and being a partner, they really have the opportunity to provide a la carte services to the residents and help them remain living independently in the building for as long as possible. So it really just seemed like a great fit between both companies. We really believe in DARTS' mission, and it really aligns with REE's mission of providing housing, especially for senior individuals and in the affordable community. Real Estate Equities is really proud to be a presenting sponsor for the Party It Forward.
Giving is personal. Oftentimes people say that people give to people rather than to organizations. I'm a member of the DARTS team. I'm on the staff here at DARTS, but I'm a personal donor as well. I can't be asking people in the community to support our organization if I don't do that myself. Giving is personal. Our summer appeal had a very personal flavor to it. It started off talking about our donor who said, every check I write to DARTS, I think about my mom.
100%.
I do the same thing, Jim. Every time I write my check, I'm thinking about the older adults in my life that I value. Many of you have heard me tell the story about Großpapa. This is my grandpa, a coal miner, came from Germany. And he came on the boat with my dad and his two sisters. They landed at Ellis Island when my dad was 14 years old. He didn't know a word of English. But he came here, learned the language, became Smiling Gus, the cop that everybody in town absolutely loved. It's hard for me to not think about Großpapa and my dad and then all the older adults in this community who have made such a difference. DARTS does an incredible job of engaging people in the community itself.
I'll tell you, a lot of people ask me, why did I become a board member here at DARTS? And for me, it's a really personal story. You know, sometimes in life, we don't always act the way that we wish we would. And there are times in my life, I wish I would have had a lot more time with my mom. As I look back and I think about the things that I could have done more for her, and I have a lot of regret with that. And there's a lot of things that I wish I could have done differently. The one thing I can do, though, is become a part of an organization such as this, making sure that others don't have to have that same regret as I have, and being able to live their life knowing full well that we're giving back to the people who mean the most to us and who had the best influence that they possibly can in our upbringing and who we are.
So Jim, let's invite everybody tonight to make your giving personal for however you choose to participate in the event. Let's make it personal. Who are you thinking about tonight when you give? Jim, how are we going to start off tonight with our giving opportunities?
We have so many great ways for you to give here at home today. One of the ways that we have is we have one of the most fabulous auctioneers available in the community today. Randy Bailey is going to present to you our first auction item.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Randy Bailey. Welcome to Party It Forward. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I'm the husband of DARTS President Ann Bailey, which is kind of important, but more important than that is I'm also a DARTS volunteer. I help with spring cleanup, fall cleanup, and I'm the snow angel for a couple of area seniors. That's another way that you can certainly help out beyond bidding early, bidding often, bidding hard, bidding deeply tonight. Consider being a DARTS volunteer. That being said, my other job tonight is to be the auctioneer for our 3 premier auction items for Party It Forward. We're going to get right into it now with auction item number 1, golf for 4. This many at Southview Country Club in the heart of West St. Paul. The course is over 100 years old. I've golfed there myself. It's one of the favorite courses I have anywhere. And for a bad golfer, that's saying something. Golf for 4 with carts at Southview Country Club. They are a big supporter of darts, have been for a long time. So bid early, bid often. 18-hole course, 126 acres of land, rolling topography, beautiful, not a lot of woods. You're not going to lose a whole lot of golf balls. That's also good for a bad golfer like me. Once again, premier item number 1 tonight, golf for 4 with carts at Southview Country Club. Bid early, bid often.
Hello, my name is Angela Lidke. I'm the Community Relations Manager at DARTS. You might recognize my name from the emails you've gotten for this event. We are so happy you can join us, and we would love to have you be a volunteer. Please feel free to contact me if you are interested. Now we're going to hear from a couple of our longtime volunteers.
I guess knowing that I've been doing it for 13 years says something in itself. I get a great feeling of satisfaction that I have helped somebody that's needed help. Grocery shopping seems very simple, and actually it's something that I do not enjoy. I have never enjoyed grocery shopping, but it's not just about grocery shopping. I have gained some great friendships through DARTS volunteering, and some of these seniors are, really dear to my heart. I mean, you spend that much time with them, and we get close, and I like that. Things have changed during the pandemic, but I am still in touch, in contact with my folks, and so that hasn't changed. It's just different how we do it. That's really an important thing for me, is to keep in touch. Being a volunteer, I really don't have any special training, but when I run into problems, when I run into questions, I really have no problem contacting DARTS and saying, hey, this is going on, can you help me, or is there something we can do? And they've always been very responsive and supportive. I always say, don't sell our seniors short. They have a lot to offer if we let them. And I have learned that throughout these 13 years. And I'm so amazed at some of the lives these folks have lived, some of the hardships that they've lived through. I get as much out of this as they do, for sure, maybe more. Being helpful and knowing you have made a difference in someone's life is the best feeling you can have. I've had good experiences and met some terrific people. Yeah.
Well, John, thank you so much for being here with me today. Tell me, what was something that got you interested as being a learning buddy and a pen pal through DARTS?
Well, when I was working, I really didn't have a lot of time to do volunteer work, but as soon as I retired, I knew I wanted to get into something, and I always wanted to get into something with reading. The year before I joined DARTS, I actually was in a reading program in an elementary school in Lakeville, and we went through the first year, and then the next fall called them and I said, well, when are we starting the program? And they said, oh, it's been discontinued.
Oh.
So then I heard about the Learning Buddies at DARTS, and I decided this sounds like it'd be really good. So
Well, we were happy to have you. And how many years have you been volunteering with us?
15. I've been 15 years, going into the 16th now.
That's amazing. But I've really enjoyed the weekly chats that we get to have on Zoom before we do the recording. And how has that been for you with that experience?
It's been really wonderful, and I think I've mentioned too that to you before that these books are so much more meaningful than when I was growing up, and even when my son was growing up. They seem to have much more of an impact, which impresses me. I think they're just not, dribble. They're really, really meaningful. I enjoy that.
Yeah, the content is there, and we very much thank you for all the years of service you've given to your community through being a learning buddy and a pen pal, and so we want to thank you for that, and we wish you all the best in the coming school year.
Well, thank you. It's been wonderful for me, and I hope to continue doing it for a long time.
Wonderful.
Hey folks, been checking those bids out. Thanks for bidding on all of the wonderful items that DARTS has available for you tonight. Party It Forward's a wonderful event. Love to have you keep supporting DARTS. Keep those bids coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, tonight you have the opportunity of seeing two of the best entertainers in the area
Jim
tonight.
and Steve.
No, that was
No?
supposed to be a little bit later.
Oh, that's later?
Yeah, that's when we bring out the bubbly, the one that we've got for ourselves. That's when we're doing our entertainment.
So what are we doing now?
Now we're introducing these fabulous musicians from here in the community. You know
Oh, the
them.
Dakota County residents from
Exactly.
Mendota Heights.
Exactly.
Who is it again?
It is Maud Hickson.
Oh, and Rick Carlson.
Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid, dear, and we having a buzz. But smiles were made, dear, for people like us. In the summer, in the winter, don't we have fun? Times are bumming, getting bummer, still we have fun. There's nothing surer, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid, dear, and we having a buzz. But smiles were made, dear, for people like us. In the summer, in the winter, don't we have fun? Times are bumming, getting bummer, still we have fun. There's nothing surer, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun?
Party It Forward is our annual fall fundraiser at DARTS. Last year, the ticket was $35 to get in. This year, no tickets.
None at all.
So we hope you're having a good time at home, enjoying the party. We invite you to think about that $35 ticket. Maybe that's the level you want to support us at tonight. $35 is the value of an hour of homemaking service. It's a lawn that's mowed, it's a driveway that's shoveled, it's a connection that our homemakers are making, not only with the person whose house they're cleaning, but also the folks in that family. $100 is the value of a lot of our home repairs. So it might be the installing of a grab bar in the shower. It might be a railing to hang on to, the repair of a door handle or a doorknob, the replacing of batteries and light bulbs for people who can't get up to do that. It's a connection with the person who's receiving this service. Think about $100 tonight. It could be a service coordinator meeting with one of our older adults, or it could be a family consultation with so many of those questions that families are asking that need to be answered. $1,000 tonight would be an incredibly valuable contribution. You'd be a bronze sponsor of one of our 7 loops that provides transportation throughout Dakota County, getting people out of the home, out of that isolated environment, and into the community to meet friends on the bus and to make new connections. It's also, at $1,000, an opportunity to make a major contribution toward a van that we are trying to purchase here at DARTS. We have some matching dollars, and we hope to be able to provide that van. How much more efficient would it be for us to take those individual rides in a van rather than in one of our buses? Whether your contribution tonight is $35 or $1,000 or everything in between, we are good stewards of every dollar that comes in the door at DARTS, and we thank you for the trust that you place in us.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's $10, $20, $100. Every dollar truly counts. And tonight is your opportunity to make that give. You know, it's not an opportunity just to give. It's an opportunity to help people that can't necessarily help themselves. Tonight, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about this organization does not work without you, not without you, not without each one of you taking the time, the effort to think about how you can help out this great need, not only in Dakota County, but all throughout the country, in being able to help our elder adults to be able to live a life that they deserve to live.
You know, Jim, again, it's all about trying to combat isolation tonight. You know, we've spent a lot of time recently on the telephone these last few months talking to people. It's amazing how many times we're talking to people who don't get any other phone calls. They have no other conversations, and sometimes they might be calling just to thank them for a donation or for volunteering their time, and you're on the phone for a half an hour or 45 minutes listening to their life story. All of you tonight are helping us to combat that isolation with every dollar that you're willing to contribute.
Yeah, it makes me think about something I talk about a lot. There's 20 words in the English language, 20 letters in the English language that makes up 10 words. And those 10 words are, if it's to be, it's up to me. Tonight, you can be that person. Tonight, you can make sure that these people are taken care of and they're not sitting at home by themselves wondering if they're going to get a telephone call from somebody who really cares about them.
Jim, thanks so much. What's our next opportunity?
I will tell you what, we are back into our auction. We are back with Randy Bailey. Randy Bailey, our great auctioneer. I'll tell you, he is an auctioneer extraordinaire. Turn it over to Randy.
Welcome back, folks. Premier item number 2 for tonight's Party It Forward auction is a 5-day, 4-night stay at a wonderful home on the shores of Lake Superior, 1 mile north of Grand Marais. I've stayed at this place a couple times because it belongs to some relatives. But 5 days, 4 nights at a beautiful home. It's more than a cabin, folks. It's a home, recently remodeled, big addition added on, year-round availability. You, in concert with the owner, get to pick the dates. Year-round availability. It fits 6 people comfortably. More than 6 if you're special friends. Okay, got a gourmet kitchen, cozy living room with fireplace, unplug for a weekend of peace and relaxation. Who doesn't need that nowadays? Once again, that's a 5-day, 4-night stay on Lake Superior. The home is up on the bluff above the lake, a beautiful walking path down to a private beach on Lake Superior. That's just the place for do some social isolation with your friends. Once again, 5 days, 4 nights in Grand Marais, actually a mile outside of Grand Marais, all the beauty of the North Shore. This is a big item, folks. Bid early, bid often. See you there.
I am so honored and privileged tonight to be able to introduce to you somebody who has dedicated their life to this organization, an organization that is about giving back to the individuals who have given the most to us. Please help me introduce President Ann Bailey.
Welcome to Party It Forward 2020. I am so glad that you were able to join us again this year. And for those of you who are new to the Party It Forward, welcome to the Party of the Year for us. We are so excited. Our mission tonight is to create connections that enrich aging. I hope that you're all in your own watch parties, just like we have our watch party going. I hope you're here listening with other people and feeling that connection. I have a question for you. How many of you are older today than you were yesterday? Come on, raise your hand, admit it. You're older today than you were yesterday. We're all getting older. Creating connections that enrich aging is what we're about. We want that aging process to be delightful for all of us, whether we're 10 or 90. So that's what we're here for today. There are a lot of ways that you can give tonight, but why? Why should you give? Well, let's think about this for a second. Isolation. We've all felt it, right? We've all been trapped in our houses this year. Isolation for an older adult is as bad for their health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that. We're here to provide services, not just cleaning a house, but that companionship, that conversation. We do it a little differently now, but we're still there providing that companionship. How many of you have been a volunteer for DARTS? Come on, give a big raise of your hand if you have been a volunteer for DARTS, or if you're planning on volunteering, raking a yard this fall. Those are the connections that enrich aging. Whether you just wave to the older homeowner from the distance, or whether you're able to have a little conversation, the group that you bring, all of those connections are what's helping us all to age better as a community. Your donations this evening help to support all of those services. 70% of the people that DARTS helps make less than $25,000 a year. That doesn't go very far. Think about that. Assisted living would cost twice that. We help people stay in the home of their choice, whether or not they have the ability to pay. Your gifts make us be able to complete that promise for people. So thank you for being here this evening. Carry on, bid like crazy. We have fantastic auction items. Spend recklessly. This is your night to have your money and your spending really count. Thank you so much for joining us again this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our next and final auction item. Randy Bailey, take it away.
Welcome back, folks, for the third and final premier item for tonight's Party It Forward auction. And this one's unique, folks. You're not going to get this anywhere else. This is a private wine tasting with you and your friends at the home of DARTS President Ann Bailey. And I'll be there too, of course. Once again, a private wine tasting. 6 people, you and 4 friends, that's 6 people, will be at our house for an evening of wine tasting. And we're going to focus for this special event on sparkling wines. We'll begin with Cava, the sparkling wine of Spain, by itself, and then we'll try that as part of a mimosa cocktail. We'll have also beautiful snacks made by my lovely bride, DARTS President Ann Bailey, there too. After our visit to Spain, we'll move to Italy. We'll try some very good Valdobbiadene Prosecco, the national sparkling wine of Italy. Then we'll try that as part of the national cocktail of Italy, the Bellini. Then, moving on, the highlight of the night will be a blind comparison taste test between a wonderful French champagne and an American attempt at duplicating that French champagne. That'll be the final thing, okay? Oh, the food, look at the spiced nuts, manchego apple toast, spicy salami, caprese bites, prosciutto and melon, bacon water chestnuts. Oh my, I want to be there. Luckily I will be, and you should too. Once again, that's a private wine tasting in our lovely home in Apple Valley for you and 4 friends. That's 6 people total, plus Ann and I, of course. She's got that listed at $350 value. That's cheap. That's a steal, folks. This one, folks, you're not going to find this anywhere else. It's the first time we've ever done it. Bid early, bid often. Please come, share sparkling wine with us. A lovely evening at the Bailey household.
Jim, the silent auction tonight goes on until about 9 o'clock, so
It
people can
does.
still keep bidding tonight. And then there are other opportunities beyond tonight for people to continue giving.
100%. You got to help me out again because sometimes I forget and I have a very short memory. What's the website again?
DARTSconnects.org.
Let's take a little pause in the action to listen to a story about some of the folks who benefit from DARTS services.
My name's Mike, and I've been taking the bus for the last couple years, and I also own a car, but I'm doing this to prepare myself when I can't drive. So, and I'm meeting a lot of great people.
DARTS has been a favorite of mine for all of the years that I've ridden with them.
Their drivers are really nice.
Why, you could get where you wanted to go without a car.
I love it.
No?
I love it.
For my family, it's been a help that I've been able to provide them with information, where to go, who to see, and even for a lot of my friends whose families are in the age that my parents were in, that makes a big difference too, where I can make a suggestion on who to go or who to contact.
They're very friendly and very helpful to the people that need the extra help, and I like that very much.
The best part is I can go to the grocery store and not worry about my kids coming to get me to get my groceries, and I get dropped off at the door. I would recommend the Loop Bus any time it goes, because you can actually transfer to South St. Paul also, and you can go to restaurants, and you can go to the beauty shop, you can go to any store in between.
If they can't do it, they can tell you where to go or who to call to get some help, because you've got a vast quantity of people that are instructed and talented and have had schooling in those areas. I have never, ever called and not been able to find a resource or someone that a friend or a relative could call to help them. That's been the best part. You can't do everything, and I know that, but you can always recommend, and you do that. And that's a wonderful, wonderful piece of information for anybody.
Hey folks, been checking those bids out. Thanks for bidding on all of the wonderful items that DARTS has available for you tonight. Party It Forward's a wonderful event. Love to have you keep supporting DARTS. Keep those bids coming.
The stories you're hearing tonight are so impactful. We're grateful for all those who have been willing to share their stories tonight. Special thanks to Sandy Kloss. Sandy is a board emeritus member here at DARTS, a longtime friend and partner. Let's listen to Sandy's story.
I don't know personally of another county that has a service like DARTS in Dakota County. I don't know. I just think for all of us who live here, how fortunate we are, because it's accessible, it's always there. It'll take us anywhere we need to be. And with the new world, which will be coming, and younger people that will be seen besides myself, they don't know, but they will have it. And one thing we know won't go will be DARTS. This is a story I've been told, that my husband was in his office at the Tape Mart Company, which now is next door to DARTS. It wasn't at that time, but it wasn't very far. But he told me that a man came in one day, and he said he was a volunteer with DARTS, and he wanted to see Mr. Kloss. So our receptionist told my husband that there was a man here to see him. And my husband said, well, have him come in. And he said, and this is the story that my husband has told. He said, Mr. Kloss, I'm a volunteer with DARTS, and you need to buy me a bus. And my husband said, a bus? Well, can you tell me why you need to buy me a bus? And he said, because we're starting something new. It's called DARTS, and we're going to take people who need rides around the county. And so that's why I need you to buy me a bus. So he told, when he came home that night at dinner, he told all of us, the children and myself, about this. Of course, we thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And but the bus did get made or purchased. I never did know just how that all went on. We were living in Highland Park at the time. So when the bus was ready, my husband came home at dinner to tell us all that we could all go see the bus. Well, then no one wanted to eat. They had to see the bus, the tape mark bus. So we all climbed in the car, drove to West St. Paul, and I don't even remember where the bus was. But I've been told it's the first bus. So I hope it is the first bus that had tape mark on it, both sides of it. So, and then we became neighbors, our company and DARTS also, and so I'm a lifer. I think that's what it is, I'm a lifer.
Once again, we'd like to thank you for being here tonight. What a great night it was. Well, wait a second here. I'm getting some information in my ear. Can you hold on just a moment? Is this for real? Seriously? Are you guys confirming this? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe what I just heard. But in fact, that great auction item that we just auctioned off, the 6 people going to the president's house and enjoying sparkling wines throughout the world, actually can be yours. If you'd like to just purchase that directly, you can make that happen. And you and your 5 friends can have one heck of a night at the Bailey's house. So before we go any further and before they change their mind, Randy Bailey, help us out.
This just in, folks, I have just received word. Remember that special wine tasting with the president at our home? Anne decides she's even more social than I thought and has offered a special additional duplication of that auction item. This one, folks, though, it's not an auction. This is a buy it now. This is a $500 buy it now. First one to put down $500 on the wine tasting, sparkling wine tour of Italy, Spain, and the U.S. And, oh, I forgot France, too, home of champagne, at our house. Buy it now option. This one's going to go fast, folks. $500 on the table. See you there.
Jim, you talked a lot about letters and words and simple words and how important they are. Thank you. Those are probably the 2 most important words that you and I have spoken all night.
100%.
We have about 30 sponsors who have made this night possible. All of your donations make our work possible every day at DARTS. Thank you. To sponsors, to donors, to attendees, again, from all over the country. Thanks for valuing the older adults that we help every day. Thank you for every single contribution that you are making tonight and in the days and weeks to come.
None of this is possible without you, not without you. This organization does not exist without you. You've heard a lot of stories tonight. You heard a lot of things that talked about what we're able to do with this organization and how that money is being spent. You may recall the story I told about my mom, the story of where I wasn't where she needed to be when she needed me the most. It still hurts. It's still something that's painful, but it's still an opportunity for me to be able to give back to others. I want to give you that opportunity as well.
Tonight, again, we hope that your giving is personal, that you're thinking about your mom, your dad, your grosspapa, who it is in your life. Maybe it's that new friend that you've met down the street in the last few months that you didn't even know was there, but then you discovered through all these challenging days and you became their friend. That's what this night is all about. Respect, honor, value of the older adults in our community. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Once again, the time that we spent with you tonight has been fun. It's been amazing, but more importantly, I hope it's been impactful enough for you to pick up the telephone to figure out how you can volunteer not only your time, but your energy and your dollars to help such a great organization. Thank you.
Jim, the silent auction tonight goes on until about 9 o'clock, so people can still keep bidding tonight. And then there are other opportunities beyond tonight for people to continue giving. DARTSconnects.org.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you all. We appreciate you.
From the Home Repair Program, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much for supporting us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your support.
Thank Thank you. I just want you to know we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
From the Outdoor Chore Department, thanks for everything you do.
Thank you so much.
DARTS Transportation, we appreciate you. Thanks for everything you do.
Thanks so much.
Hi. Thank you for supporting DARTS. Everything you do for us is so much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your continued support.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I just want to say a big thank you to all the DARTS staff, volunteers, and especially to you donors for making the Party It Forward such a huge success and helping Dakota County seniors.
DARTS' mission is such a simple statement and an easy one to remember. DARTS creates connections that enrich aging. We hope, Jim, that we've made a lot of connections tonight, and we hope that you will stay connected to us throughout the party for the rest of the evening and for many years to come. DARTS creates connections that enrich aging. Thanks for being the connection.
Thank you. Hope you had a great time tonight.
Good night.